Hi guys, welcome back. Odin's gone. Long story short, Odin's gone. We don't work well together. Not to air dirty laundry, but we don't work well together in the least. We may have had this relationship years ago that I vaguely remember, but we do not work together now. In fact, when I put on any jewelry that was dedicated to him, I was going out of my mind batshit crazy with aggression. I was like, there's something wrong. And I did do service to him all day long. But we both know. And Loki, of course, is happy. Loki's like, she's all mine now. We just don't get along. We truly don't. There was this one blip when he came back where everything turned around and my life was going better. And then it was like everything was going downhill. And I was like, can the specter spontaneously reappear in your body? Because that's what it feels like. And sometimes a god, for whatever reason, bring out the worst in you. I'm sorry I'm slurring, but I've been up all day long waiting for this lightning event that never happened. And I usually take my nap in the middle of the day, so I'm tired. And I've been tired because the last couple of weeks it's been like Odin's just pushing and won't let up. So I got a shit ton of music videos done. But he's not the only god of inspiration. Loki inspired me to start a web channel. Well, actually he didn't, but he took over. He at least took over. He's like, yeah, I took over, see? And you're something else. And he's at least kept at me to keep the channel up. And he'll get me outside. He'll find something to look at, and he'll make it enjoyable. With Odin, it's like, I don't know. It's like your commanding officer coming in at 4 a.m., and I've never been in the military, but I empathize. Throwing a bucket of ice water on you, telling you to get out of bed and do, I don't know, 100 push-ups or something. It's that kind of shock training of, I don't want to go here, I don't want to do this, and just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing until I'm dead on my feet and slurring and not remembering basic words in the English language. I had to think for a while today about something really simple. It was like door or something, and I'm not getting some kind of strange disease, guys. Don't worry, he's just been pushing way too hard. I said no. No, we're not compatible. I must bring out the worst in him, and he brings out the worst in me. So, over the next month or so, a whole bunch of doodads that were meant for Odin will be coming in. So, either Odin will get them, my hairbacker, mine! Mine! So, Loki will be getting them, because he gets that whine in his voice. I don't even have to fake it, he gets that whine in his voice. And so, Loki has wolf rings now, and he has all this other stuff. Yeah, his brother's like gone for 3 seconds, and he claimed it all, so everything that belonged to Odin's not Loki's. And as soon as Odin left, it was like everyone else just gracefully came back in, because I've been smelling so much alcohol, guys. It smells like there's a brewery in my house. And I'm like, either I'm getting some kind of strange disease, I don't want to know about that specific symptom of smelling alcohol in rose tobacco, or something's happening. And I think Dionysus was trying to say, just hang in there, kid. We're coming back. Just hang in there. Dionysus is good for me. Apollo's good for me. Loki is good for me. Odin, not so much. We can get along maybe 5 minutes out of 24 hours, and that's a generous estimate. We're not attracted to each other. We don't like each other. We don't work particularly well together. He goes, why don't you like me? Because you? It's that intense and fundamental. I think it got hoisted on his own petard. He pushed me to look at the kinds of people he attracts, and I thought, you know how I am. I'm like, well, you attract these people and you never chase them away? No. It's like blaming the... Where the hell are they even from? Those crazies that Jesus attracts, Jonesboro, or wherever the hell, Westboro, that they're from. You can't blame those people on Jesus, but Odin attracts more than his share. Now he's attracting the black magic, and I hate the term. Black magic, necromancy, spooky ass set of people, and it's being taught by these people that should know better, because magic is real and magic works, and if you do certain kinds of magic, you're going to get your ass kicked, because it's like you're opening a door and you don't know what the hell's going to come in through that door. And just because it's a god doesn't mean they won't kick your ass and screw up your life 7 ways for Sunday, because they can. You don't know what you're calling on. You don't know what will come in through that door. And I'm like, you're just asking for shit when you go up to a god and try to approach the very worst possible parts of a god. And that's a wrong-headed way to look at a god in the first place. Our gods aren't good and evil in the traditional Judeo-Christian sense. They have a positive side and a negative side, and that's not just swapping out terms either. The positive side's the creative side, destructive side is the destructive side. And you can work with the destructive side and can be very healing, but if you're like, I curse my neighbor in the name of Odin, shit's gonna happen, and it's not gonna happen to your neighbor. I can guarantee you that right now. If I started doing that with Loki, one, he would laugh in my face, give me the finger, and probably drop his pants and go, look at me. But he's like, yeah, but he likes to get naked. I don't know why. I think he was chopped on his head as a divine child. I heard, yeah. He's gone through that phase lately with me. He used to keep his clothes on. Now he's going through the toddler phase of undressing at random. It's not sexy either. It's just profoundly disturbing, and you can't quite say why. It's like, damn it, Loki, put your clothes on. No, look at me. He's weird. And that's the weirdo I need to take care of. I told him, I said, I don't have the time or the mental fortitude to handle you and Odin. I said, you're my crazy son of a bitch. I don't have room for two of you. And he's like, yeah, I won. So he's glad. They are competitive. I was begging the gods to all get along, to please get along, and they were all pushing each other's buttons. Odin and Apollo might get along for other people, but with me, they were pushing each other's buttons on purpose. Apollo was seriously offended over something, and I'm like, to Odin, trying to tell Odin, I'm like, apologize. What should I apologize about? I don't know, whatever you did to piss him off, but this is Apollo. I know him well enough to know that you better apologize and you better mean it, and then he'll forgive you and everything will be fine. But if you don't apologize, he's going to hate you forever because this is Apollo. And he's like, he doesn't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, oh God. And I tried to ask Apollo, and Apollo clearly wasn't going to discuss God stuff with me. And I said, I am so terribly sorry. He says, it's not you I'm mad at, my dear. Ooh. Okay. And I got a wolf, supposed wolf. It looks distinctly like a coyote to me. And ravens on my Being homepage this morning. And I'm sure it was like kind of like just God's perfect timing. But it looks more like a coyote, and it looks more like crows is what it looks like. I was looking at it as a photographer, and I'm like, this looks awfully photoshopped, because it's just too damn perfect that the birds are exactly where they need to be, and the wolf is exactly where it needs to be, and it looks too damn perfect. It looks like somebody photoshopped the shit out of this thing. If you go to the Bing homepage and look at it, you'll see what I mean. And even if it was a wolf and crows, those are also Apollo. Those are also probably Lou, because Lou's, I don't know where he picked up the association, but he has a Lord of Animals association. So, Lou I love to death. I love him to the moon and back, and we work together well. And I love Loki, and I love most of my gods. I love Odin in a sense. But not in a, oh, Odin's here, I'm so happy sense. It's like, no, we don't work well. And you find that one god. There are people who can't work with La Santissima. Because if you're real hard-headed and you gotta be the boss, you're not gonna be able to work with her. And there are people that can't work with other deities. It just, you find the one you can't work with, and Odin's definitely my one. So Loki's gonna have a lot of stuff that was meant for Odin, like a helm of all on a little raven skull, but he's saying it's a crow skull, and that's his, because Loki uses crows with me. I don't know why, but he uses crows. He goes, they're the best I can get. They're big and noisy like me. Makes sense. And the crows around here are little smart asses. Patrons, you got something special for you. It's something that will appear on this main channel. The crows here are little smartasses. They'll sing and they'll make sure that they get your attention, but the moment you get the camera out, they laugh at you and they fly away. And they fly away in such a way that their tail feathers are towards you. It's the ultimate crow insult from the crows around here. They're like, ha, kiss my little feathered ass, ha ha ha! You were gonna take a picture, weren't you? Kiss my ass, ha! And I'm like, yeah, those are Loki's birds, all right, because they'll even hop and dance and make sure they have your attention. As soon as you bring the camera out, they're like, ow, 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 and they fly off. I'm like, you son of a bitch. And I've tried everything. I've tried carrying the camera on me. I've tried carrying the camera on me when it's on. I swear those little sons of bitches know when the camera's on, because you just lift it off your chest and you go towards a bird and they go, ow, 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 and off they go. If it's off and you do that, they're okay. I swear they know when the camera's on. Maybe being animals, they can sense something. They can sense the infrared or something. That's been said that animals sense the infrared, and that's how they know. But they take off. They're little shits, like Loki. I love them to death. They're cute, but they're like Loki. Look at me, look at me, look at me. And then you look, and then they're gone. But it's good. It feels... I know I've been saying a lot more balanced lately, but it feels balanced, if that makes sense. Odin and I don't get along, and I know he's a mooch. He'll come back in, he'll be looking for food, he'll be looking for love and affection, but it's like we do not get along. So I took off the rings, and I had a necklace on, and I don't even know where I put that, but I took off the necklace. Oh, it's up on his altar. I'll probably disassemble the altar and move it into the other room. Not out of disrespect, but if you can't work with a god, I think it's rather mean-spirited to have their altar up. And he's had a light on for like a month or so. Remember? I put a light up for him and everything else. He took over where Dionysus was. Dionysus and Apollo and Lord Hermes were here. Odin took over. Well, no, Odin is gonna go move into the living room where his main altar is. He took over the master altar from the Greek gods, too. I think he just wanted to come in and see what he could get. He got everything he wanted, and now he's bored out the door, so that's good. Hopefully, Loki will be far more permissive, and you will get videos, like nature videos or whatever, when the mood strikes, but I don't feel that absolute push to go out the door and film every damn thing. With Odin, it was like, I have to get it now. I have to. With Loki, it's like, yeah, screw it. I'll get it next time. So, yeah, you'll see them, but as the inspiration strikes. And I really did enjoy doing that, but it was just Odin would not let up, guys. It felt like people have talked about doing crack and then doing housework for 8 hours. That's what it felt like. It was like just a push to keep constantly creating. And I'm like, no, I can't do this. I'm just going to fall down with my health the way it is. I have to have a lot of rest during the day. I can't just keep moving forward. It was a very sweet attempt by Odin, but I can't do it. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm sure it's the cynic that I am. I'm sure now that Odin's gone and it's going to be all about Loki, the views are going to go back up. But I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.